this is Dwayne Simpson with Bear, bringing you another quick update on a couple of things going on in Washington, D.C. I'll start with an update from the first briefing. As expected, USDA announced an increase in the cap per commodity for relief to farmers from $125,000 to $250,000. However, they did not double the per entity cap. Instead, they allowed for entities to receive up to $750,000 depending upon their structure. In other words, a partnership with, say, 3 partners could each receive the $250,000 maximum. The Senate is not expected to take up action on the next COVID relief package until the end of June, so we're unlikely to see any further changes for the time being. We were expecting to hear from the administration this week on the President's executive order regarding immigration. The President had put into place last month an executive order limiting access to green card applicants with a request for a review of all visa applications within 30 days. The Departments of Labor and Homeland Security met with the White House this week and did not come to a conclusion on the best path forward for H-1B visas. They did not even have a discussion on H-2A visas that agriculture relies upon. As it currently stands, H-2A workers are considered essential workers, and their visas are still being granted. The federal government has expanded the time frame for workers who do not need to have in-person interviews to any worker who had a visa in the past 5 years, greatly increasing the pool of available H-2A workers. More than 80% of H-2A workers are already in the U.S. More to come on this when the administration takes action on the executive order, but at this point, it is likely to only impact family immigration. Finally, we received some news this week with regard to China in Phase 1 implementation. China claims to have purchased a little more than $5 billion in ag purchases, while the U.S. claims it is just at $3.35 billion for the first quarter. Either way, it's just a small fraction of the $36.5 billion commitment made for 2020 as part of the Phase 1 deal, and $3.35 billion would be the lowest in the first quarter since 2007. Since China is currently purchasing soybeans from Brazil at about a 20% discount to the U.S., and they typically make the bulk of their U.S. purchases in the first and fourth quarters of the year, there's a growing belief that they will not be able to meet their obligations. At the current rate, they would need to purchase more than $20 billion worth of product in the fourth quarter. Further complicating matters, China's commitment is in dollars, not in bushels. Since commodity prices have dropped significantly, that further complicates their ability to meet their commitments. China is allowed to miss the obligation under the agreement due to the COVID pandemic, but they have so far indicated that they intend to meet the obligations. Further complicating matters is the Trump administration's expected retaliation for the COVID pandemic and China's crackdown in Hong Kong. Former Vice President Joe Biden is also competing to be seen as tougher on China than the president. All of this increases the risk that the Phase 1 deal may be scrapped as part of a new trade dispute later this year. While there has been some talk of another round of MFP payments, any action by China to not fulfill their obligation under Phase 1 or by the administration to retaliate for COVID and or Hong Kong would almost certainly trigger another round of payments. That's all for now. We'll keep you updated as these policies continue to move. In the meantime, take care and stay safe.